All right. So welcome everybody. This is our Monday night team training. Good to see you guys' faces. Man, I love when people turn their cameras on. For those of you guys who don't have your cameras on, if you can turn your camera on, turn it on. If you can't, no big deal. But I love to see everybody's faces. My favorite call, favorite Zoom of the week. Get to see everybody on the team and kind of collaborate, get together, talk about things that are working, and feature different trainers and get different insights from different people having success, which
Sorry.
okay. Favorite thing I've been doing over the years. So tonight, you guys all know we're doing a push week, or maybe you don't know. If you're brand new, or maybe you don't really visit our WhatsApp group, maybe we're doing a push week this week. What's a push week? It's kind of like listen, you're just pushing harder. You guys have heard of 90-day runs in the industry before. If you've been in the industry, a full 90-day run is not easy. I'm sure a lot of you have done them. But listen, people get really excited about a 90-day run and they work really hard for the first week and then they don't do anything. It's just typical, right? It's just the way we are, right? So we came up with a 1 week push week because anybody can do a week, right? Now, it doesn't mean you have to like not spend any time with your family or do the things you normally do. That's not how we roll here. Okay. That's not the kind of person I am. Those days are over. I just look at those days as long behind. Now, listen, if you want to go do that, go do it. If you want to just totally focus in and tell your family, I'm not talking to you for a week, whatever, it's your business. Do what you want to do. But I'm a big believer in balance. And that's what I love about this company is you can balance everything with this company because it's so darn simple and different, different than anything we've done. So that's what I love most about it. Family's like, wow, you're doing well, but you're also we're seeing you. Like, is that a good thing? Do you want to see me? So sometimes I don't know if they want to see me, but yeah, so we spent a lot of time with the family. Nothing's really changed, but the business is absolutely exploding, as you guys know. The team's exploding, and so if you're brand new, welcome. And for those of you that hit a rank this week, congratulations. I don't want to try to find everybody that hit a rank, but if you hit M1 this week, congratulations. If you hit M2 this week, congratulations. I know we got a lot of people really close to M2. We got people that are close to M3. So there's a lot of people that are, really ranking up quickly because of our simple system and these devices and how fast we're growing. So just makes me really happy, you guys, to be here with all of you and to be in this company. We have something so special. The timing is just absolutely incredible what we
Mine's
have
part of the
right now. So,
thing they do.
all right. So, yeah, when you jump on, if you guys don't mind muting, everybody's muted now, but we can try to mute you as we go. But if you can mute, just remember to do that so we don't hear any interruptions. But no big deal. Sometimes we like to hear people's conversations because they don't know they're talking. It's kind of fun. But they don't want to embarrass them as well. So, all right. So let me get myself out of the way. So let me actually before first kind of touch on the push week. So tonight we did a presentation at 8. Tomorrow night we're doing one at 9 p.m. Our normal 9 p.m. Tuesday night presentation. It's all Eastern time, by the way, if you're not the Eastern time zone. Wednesday night, we have my sponsors. If you haven't met them yet, Tuan and Van, they're doing the presentation at 9 p.m. Eastern time. So we get a real special one Wednesday night at 9 p.m. The first millionaires outside of Asia. Tuan and Van will be doing our team presentation 9 p.m. Same channel, same teamimpactfamily.com. Thursday, we're doing a 7 p.m. presentation and an 8 p.m. testimonial Zoom. Now, I've talked to one person about doing a testimonial just because she did the testimonial earlier. So Kendra agreed to do a testimonial on Thursday night. I need 9 more people. 9 more people that want to volunteer for Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern to do a testimonial. We're going to invite guests. And do me a favor, put yourself in the chat if you can. Write in the chat if you want to share a testimonial. Now, the only kind of rules we want to make for the testimonials, we don't want to have anybody be long-winded because we want to just name, name background if you want, and then maybe what you were struggling with. And we got to be very careful, you guys, to not say medical terms. If you're going to be very, very careful. Um, if someone is diabetic, we don't want to say, "Oh, I have diabetes and this what happened." You can say, "I have high sugar." We just have to be very careful of terms, right? So we want to make this as compliant as we can, so we can share it. So if you want to share a testimonial, I'd like to limit the testimonial for each person to be 2 minutes, 2 minutes tops, if we can. Okay. Because we want to try to keep this Zoom. If we invite 10 people on with a little intro, we want to limit it to 25 minutes if we can. Okay. 10 good testimonials. So whatever your testimony is, you can practice it, right? If you get picked to do it, practice it, make sure it's about 2 minutes long, and we'll have you do a testimonial. So I encourage you all, anybody that wants to do it, just write in the chat and someone can take a screenshot of that so we can make sure we get with you before that and invite you on Thursday night. So that'll be after all the presentations, all the people we can invite say, hey, if they haven't bought yet, if they haven't signed up yet, after all the Zooms we do this week, you could say, hey, well, listen, we're finishing the week off. You got to hear these testimonials. So if we do a really good testimonial Zoom Thursday night, that should push people to say, oh my gosh, I need to get this device. Okay. That's why we're doing it Thursday night at 8 p.m. Eastern. So that's all the updates I have. So I will post, and I hope all of you that can be are in the Team Impact WhatsApp group. If you're not in there, raise your hand or put your name in the chat if you want to be added to that, because we do post a lot of things in there. And sometimes I post I post a lot of the congratulations for, you know, the tier bonusing, right? Or when people hit a rank, we post a lot of the congratulations there every few days. So a lot of times I look for people's names and they're not in there. I'm like, ah, man, I wish they were in there because I can highlight you. Now, I know some of you and some people on the team don't want to be highlighted because they are kind of incognito, and that's okay. Um, but I'd like for as many people as possible to be part of that team WhatsApp page. So if you guys see your sponsor on here, or because I don't have everybody's number, I can't add you. But what I can do is I can add the link here. So while our trainer is training tonight, I'm going to put the link in here and you can just join by the link. So without further ado, I want to invite on our special trainer tonight. And I'm so excited she's agreed to do this because we talk often, because her team is absolutely exploding. I mean, absolutely exploding. And some of you guys know already who I'm talking about. So, we talk quite a bit, and she's like, hey, this is what I think we need to train. I'm like, hey, can you do it? She's like, I'd love to. I'm like, really? She's like, yes. I'm like, yes. So anyway, I always love when people want to train, because I don't want to train every week, because listen, I don't know it all. And we have so many different talents here. Everybody can add something. I'm a big believer in that. So I'm just going to shut up and introduce this person. So, this leader in the industry, she's had a ton of success. I'm not going to say much more than that, because I got to be careful what I say. But she's had a ton of success. This person is a trainer that's trained on stage in front of thousands and thousands and thousands of people. Um, and she's just an incredible human being. Forget all the business stuff. She's just an incredible human being. And if you guys know, once I bring her on board, you're gonna agree. I'm getting to know her a lot, and I can't wait to spend time in China with her and her team, because I know we're gonna have a blast. And just being around her is gonna be fun. So, without further ado, I want to bring on this young woman here. Calling you young, I call everybody young. She is really close to M2, and she hasn't been with the company that long at all. So, because her team's exploded. So, without further ado, I want to invite on M1 Becky Taylor. Come on, Becky, and talk to us.
Hello, everybody. Well, I feel nervous, so I'm just going to get that right out of the way. That
Don't be nervous.
just being in a front of a whole new world and something that I am so ridiculously excited about this and being a part of all your worlds. And I'm talking to you guys today as co-leaders. I know the team that I was not going to create a team when I first met Aaron. I'm like, Aaron, coming in incognito. I'm not building a team. And about 30 people later, I'm like, I think we just built a team. But I personally don't like the name team. So I call a collective, because I believe you who all we're talking to is a collective of leaders, a collective of fellow humans that are as smart, and many of you far smarter than I am. And this whole thing has just clicked. It just has clicked with me. It's clicked with a lot of people, and we call it resonate. We're all bearing the same frequency. I think we're all on the same wavelength. Every time we put our feet on something, we're all resonating at the same frequency. So we're a collective of humans that have joined together to create a momentum of something fantastic. Well, I get to be blessed to spend my days all day interacting with other beautiful human beings and helping them understand some of the strategies and what tools we're using. So I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to go over some. For some of you, this is going to be like, Becky, that, oh, really? That's so simple. But for other viewers, like, thank you for the clarification, because I have this exact conversation actually multiple times a day. Because how many of you put a one in there if you're like, okay, there's so many places to go, it gets confusing. Put a one in there if you're like, I kind of, oh, what do I do? Where do I go? What's for what? That's what we're going to talk about today. So I hope I can really clarify for you the tools and how we're going to be using them. So um, let's see, start sharing the screen. Okay, here we go. I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to look at Aaron because he is who I see the best. Okay, we're on. So we're going to talk about, actually, I'm going to move that screen over. Tell me if you still see this. You still see it? Okay, good. It's on a better screen for me to look at. All right, so we're going to look at this, and I want to really
Actually,
go
I think we're
over
seeing your
tool.
Gemini. We're seeing your Gemini right now.
Oh, you're seeing, it did it. It did it.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. We're going to talk about that. So I'll go back over here. All right, I'm
Okay.
just not going to
Perfect.
be looking at my camera. I'm going to be looking over at my other screen over here. So you're going to see the side of my head. So just don't look at the little people, look at the screen. All right, tools. How and when we use them. All right. This is what I want to talk about because I believe I don't think I've ever been in a company that has the most amazing tools that are free, that are for us. The people that have created these tools, the generosity and spirit of abundance is so big in this company. And I think at last Monday night, I talked about enough, that there's enough for everyone, enough. Well, this is part of that. So this is what we're going to talk about. So what are the different sites that we have and what are their functions and how we use them? So first of all, this is like I said, it's going to feel basic, but we have an ollielife.com. Now, the ollielife.com, its main function, we're going to call it the back office. So when you go to ollielife.com, this is not a site that you share with other people. This is not a place that you can share with them and expect that they're going to get on, log in, and order a device. It's a different world that we're in how we operate this as business. Nobody is actually placing an order but you as as business owner. You are the only one that can actually place an order for your member. So we're going to call this ollielife.com, and I want you to see when I go over these three different landing pages, these three different websites, I want you to see them in three separate columns. These are three separate entities, and none of them overlap on the other. Okay, the sooner you can separate these three places that are tools for you to use, the better you're going to have the understanding of how to use this. Because a lot of people are like trying to log into one of the other sites and go, I'm trying to order for somebody, and they think that this ollielife.com has created for them this other website. They have not. ollielife.com, I want you to see it as the web page that the Asian community. This is where Singapore, this is where corporate Singapore, the owners of the company, created this page as your back office. This is the hub. This is your starship, okay, where you're going to go in and get your work done. So we're going to call it the back office. So ollielife.com is your back office. This is where you go to place your member's order. So you also are going to find your volume that's in each leg, your A and your B leg. You're going to see what income you have. You're going to have the Ollie Life customer service contact information in this back office. This is where you go in and you can change your password. You can see all your past orders, all your members' orders, their shipping information when you open them all up. And I know there's trainings on the back office, and we can do a full back office look around if you want at some time in the future too, I'm sure. But I want you just to see that this as a standalone page is details on all things business. This is for your eyes only. Okay, there's your one column. Got it? Now let's move over to the other column. This next page, the frequency awakening. Now, if you do not have this frequency landing page with your personal information on it yet, can you give me like a 2 in the comments so that your leader can see that I do not have my own landing page? It should say your name dot thefrequencyawakening.com. And hopefully that when you sign up, that your enroller or their enroller, somebody is giving you all the information to log in and create. This is your landing page. The main function of this page is to share with your prospects. Okay, this is going to be an education page. And let's see if I could shrink this down, and I want you to give me a nod. Can you see this? So the frequency awakening. Thank you. So you see this, a new frontier in health and wellness. This is mine, which I called myself, I am Becky dot the frequency awakening. So it's going to be your name dot thefrequencyawakening.com. This is now your education page. This is the one that you want to share with your prospect. And it should have your name. Hey, it's Jan. I'm glad you're here. Watch the videos, and you scroll down. These education videos are all you need for right now. We do have a lot of things that we have, our little favorite things that we love to share. But if you have not gone through and watched these 3 very short videos, and you can tell them, say, there's 3 videos, they're only 6 minutes each, and it's going to give you the background, the education, the products, and it's all right here. Safety, technology, trust. These, by the time they're done watching these, they're watching these, they're like, come on, sign me up. Well, they're going to be product info. They can submit an order request. Now, if you're not familiar, this order request, then if you have this filled out, you're going to have your phone number and your email. It doesn't matter what phone number, as long as you get a text with it. It doesn't matter what email. It does not have to be connected to ollielife.com. Remember, totally separate. You don't need to put your EA number. Nobody is going to see who signs up on this page for you but you. As long as you have your correct phone number and your email, they're going to submit an order request, and it's going to go directly to your email. Okay, it's going to have an order request. You take that order request and you take the information from that. You're going to go back over to your ollielife.com, which I don't have but mine pulled up on this computer, and you're going to input that person's information. And you will have somebody to walk you through and hand walk you through the whole thing. If you're in my team, I probably already walked you through it if you've signed somebody up. But there's leaders on here that know exactly what to do, and they will walk you through every single step. Or they can just connect and say, I want more information. I want you to know at the bottom of this page, if they were to click on this affiliate opportunity, more information is going to come up. What is Ollie Life? More. What is the frequency? Testimonials. Connect with me, product order. Remember, every time someone opens up the products and looks at a product and says, ooh, I want that product, they put their information in. Guess who's going to get it? You are. Okay? This is your private page, your landing page, your page to use. So that's why this is what you share with prospects. That's a standalone. Okay, now let's pivot. We're going to go to the other page that we have that you can utilize. Now, the frequency awakening, it goes way beyond that too. There is so much to that. I'm not going to get into it all, but trust me, you can go as far as you want into the entire The Frequency Awakening portal. You're going to see practitioner videos, recorded videos, training videos, all separately from your landing page. So it's a big thing in there. You can spend as much time or not, because this next page has it all. The OllieNation.team. This again is a standalone. Here's your 3rd column. Remember, none of these overlap with the other one. Okay, OllieNation.team is something that Van and Tuan, as being industry leaders in this industry, they understand what the field needs, what they want, and the tools that will move them forward. They created this page. They had professionals create this page as did another industry leader create the Frequency Awakening and had professionals come and dial that in. So they're two separate. They do cross over a little bit, not connected, but content wise. But this one is such a wonderful clean. This is the main function is your go-to for all things training to get started right, how to share, what to share, the videos to share. It's all there. It has extensive product information in multiple languages. That's what's so beautiful. And I'm going to show it to you. I'm going to shrink this down, and it has a PDF of all the products under the library. This is absolutely brilliant, and that's why I have to show it to you right now. This is the Ollie Nation. What happens when you yourself go to ollienation.com? You're going to see this special that's on right now, and we're on home. And so you're going to see the home page here. And as it scrolls down, you're going to see the opening video. What is PEMF? It's going to talk about the terahertz. Now, down here, there's two ways. There's information down here, but you can see up at the top as I'm scrolling over this, leadership, products, resource library, share the opportunity, which is absolutely brilliant. You could literally open that page and share that with someone. But I'm going to show you this resource library. This resource library, this is where you come in and you're like, what the what? Do I know anybody that speaks any of these languages? Well, here you go. You want to click English, and then you're going to see English on everything. And you can go through and see there's overviews in PDFs, in decks, there's compensation plan videos. It's all right here for you. This is probably one of the most brilliant information, but I want to show you something that is the product info library. This here, you guys, you seen the screen now with all these PDFs? It's it's like a Google Drive. Everybody see the Google Drive? Yes? No? Yep. So this Google Drive, I mean, just to go down, I'm going to show you one here. You could literally open each one of these, and I don't know if you have not yet, trust me. And tell me, give me a nod when this opens up. If it does, I'm still hoping it's all showing. I hope it opens up well. I mean, here you go. Look at this. The most beautiful color field. This is coming. Oh, it's preparing for editing. I don't want to edit. Okay, stop. This is coming up here in fall. We don't know the price of it yet. We'll see if we can sneak out a price when we go to China. But all things water system. You guys, you could take these and create your own PowerPoints. You can share this with somebody. I mean, this is literally every single device has this kind of visual. If you want to share what this is all about, how it's going to work, this is how you do it. So is that mind-blowing? That's on the Ollie team, Ollie Nation.team under the resource library. So when I tell you guys that this is a phenomenal source for you, I mean it. And it is a standalone page. It does not lead you to the ollielife.com where you input your member, but this is where you get educated, where you can help educate others. And this share the opportunity, I'm going to flip it over to here. Please, I'm begging you, know your tools. Go in and look at this in English, look at the different languages that people can look at of what the opportunity is. So if you were just to click the English, you were to open this up, I kid you not, my mind was completely blown away when I saw there's 3 different videos. There's a video here. This is a comprehensive video about all the products alone. And I had not seen this video before. And then this is probably one of the best overviews of how the compensation plan works. If you're wondering how the compensation plan, or you have somebody that needs to know how it's all right here in one place. There is lots of little videos on YouTube and other places with the compensation plan, and every single opportunity, Aaron's going over the compensation plan, and it took me probably watching 10 of his opportunities to get it into my head, and I'm still getting it. But here we have it again. So you guys, please, please, please know your tools because they are here for us. And then the last one I want to go over before we close, I don't want to keep this very long tonight, but I hope this is helpful. Give me a high five with a five if this has been helpful. And this is like, oh, I've kind of needed this. And then, and so, yeah, slap me some high fives because I know that it's just sometimes these things are just helpful to have. Now, additional resources. You guys, please, please, please download the app to ChatGPT or Gemini or both. Now, I personally utilize Gemini. I do epigenetic hair scans, and so I do a lot of medical research in my practice, and I do a lot of research with Gemini. For whatever reason, Gemini has more history, more data, more information, all the research, all the papers on all things PEMF. So whichever one you want to use, when they tell you on Ollie Life on the Get Started, use ChatGPT, I'm begging you all to use it. And if you don't like AI, you're gonna have to just please try to get over it because if this just use it for this, don't use it for anything else. If you don't believe in it, just use it for this then, because it's like having from when Nikola Tesla created PEMF and came up with it and did research papers on it. It's got the history of everything that's ever been PEMF that's ever in recorded history already wrapped into one place. You guys, you can't go to the library and learn that. You just can't. So utilize it for the knowledge that's out there. It's got all the world's history, every world's paper. If it's being in research right now, if it's been researched, if there's been documents, it's going to gather it for you for what you want. So you're going to say PEMF and whatever you want it to say. And I actually did this because I wanted to show you how often. Just look at this is just one I pulled up. This is PEMF therapy for spinal deterioration. And here's a complete list. I just copy this and send it to the person that asked me this question. Look over to this side here. If you don't have, if it's not on your phone, you can see it. You see this PEMFF, PMFNF for therapy for this, for this, for this, for this. I have look how many questions I've asked it. I just goes on and on for bone healing, for I mean, you don't believe what people ask me if it's good for. I just say, I don't know, let's find out. But you can see kind of like, what? What's that in there? So, but I ask, I'm like, I don't know, but let's ask chat. Let's see if there's been every one of these, there's either a study going on currently or there has been a study. So it tells you where they all are. So I literally, this is how I use my Gemini chat. So it is so valuable. Please utilize this before you drop into a group chat and ask a question that you can find an answer to that is more compliant than having somebody try to answer a question in a group chat, because it does cause a lot of chatter in them. And I know for myself, in our team, we've got about, we probably got, 100 and I think we're about 108 people in our group chat right now. So there's a lot of chatter going on, I know, at least in our group. And so we're just like, here, go to ChatGPT. And I know we've got these WhatsApp groups that Erin's group's in. So if you first go look here, and then if you don't find an answer, then come in and ask for additional help. I think that'll help the whole team. And also a great utilization of Gemini and chat is say, hey, I want to do a post. You know what I did today? I did a post. I put a picture of myself. I put it into chat and I said, can you create a fun, inspirational curiosity post based on this photo and PEMF? There goes a post. I don't do a lot of AI photos. I don't like to mess with my own photo, but it'll give you wonderful ideas for your for sharing, for stories, for putting on your wall, for Instagram reels and stuff. So utilize chat for all those things. And I hope that this has been helpful. So you guys have a little clearer understanding about the three columns of tools that we have, that they're not intermingled. They have their each individual function and source and resource. And that's pretty much it. That's all I have for you. Whoo, stop right 6:30 on the dot. Boom. And drop the mic. So we're done. So back to you, Erin. That's all I have for y'all today. So I hope that was helpful to everybody.
Love it, love it. Hey, give Becky some love, you guys. You down the bottom. There's a react button. Give her some love.
And also
Listen.
make sure that you guys are in Erin's WhatsApp team chat for the team impact chat, because he drops all his recorded videos, like tonight's recording. He always drops everything in there. He gets all the announcements in there, the graphics that come that you can share with your people. He always is dropping stuff in there. So since this is an Aaron team call, be sure you get into that WhatsApp. And if you're not, ask your leader to make sure you get put in there, because we want to make sure you're all a part of y'all everything. And Simplify Wellness, again, that's the group for the ATM ad tag message. That's the story group that we're all dropping new stories in there all the time. It's a constantly moving group in there. It's very vibrant. It's wonderful in there. We want your personal stories in that group too. So Simplify Wellness on Facebook. If you're not in that, please tell somebody to add you to it. And that's where you add anybody in. That's just not for team. That's for your prospects. That's for putting people in, tagging them, saying, "Ooh, this story made me think of you." That's for everybody. So Simplify Wellness is another really good one. Okay, that's it. Sorry, just
Yes.
had to throw that in there. I
Oh
forgot to
no,
add
don't
that
be
one.
sorry. I love it. No, I love it. All great information. Great job, Becky. Listen, it goes back to simplicity, right? I mean, we
Mhm.
sometimes we forget, right? When we get on board and we start moving and things are really growing fast and people are coming on board and then you're like, okay, what can we train on tonight? And you train on something more advanced and then like all the new people are like, wait a second, how do I do this? You know what I mean? So it's always great to go back to the basics, right? And the simplicity, because I say this every week, this is very different. And you know, you don't need all this special sales skills like we've all learned in the industry. You know what I mean? You don't need all these really slick sales tactics, all this stuff. If you can just text a picture to people, you can do it. And like Becky said, just follow the system, and have them go to ChatGPT. Let's when I first got started, Twan's like, bro, he calls me bro, by the way. He's bro, you're just gonna have people go to ChatGPT. That's my best friend. I go, really? I go, you're gonna have people go to ChatGPT? He goes, yeah. He goes, just have them ask the question and it just spits it out. I'm like, wow. He goes, it's so simple. Like we don't have to dig. Think about back in the day when we used to build these businesses. It was so hard, but the information's all there and it's like that. So it's just super simple. So just follow Becky's advice. I like how she broke down everything, and so it's not confusing which each, because there are some different websites, right, that we can all use for free, and
Mhm.
it's nice to know what does what. So thank you so much, Becky. I appreciate that. So in closing, the last thing, you guys, I did send the link. If those of you guys that wanted the link for the WhatsApp group, that's in there. The Frequency Awakening link to sign up is in there. Put in the chat there. Also, so tomorrow night we do have the presentation at 9 p.m. Our normal Tuesday night 9 p.m. presentation. Let's talk about, for people that haven't done this before, or maybe you know just a little refresher of when you do any kind of push week. You want to try to get people on, like as many people on in the beginning of the week, because if you let's say you can just send that picture to a bunch of people and say, hey, tomorrow night we're doing a special presentation. Can you jump on? And let's say you try to get, let's say 5 people on tomorrow night, right? And let's say out of those 5 people, 3 say, oh my gosh, this is incredible. Well, those 3 people for the next day can bring as many people as possible on to see Twan and Van Wednesday night. And let's say those 3 people bring in, let's say 15 people between the 3 of them. And out of those 15 people, 7 people go, oh my gosh, this is incredible. And then think about how many people you can bring on board Thursday. So that's how you create momentum. And that's how you explode your business, just by getting as many people on the first presentation of the week, or second one in this case, right? If you weren't on tonight, that's how you build momentum. That's how you build from event to event to event to event. So I encourage you, take time tonight and just maybe send that picture to a few people tonight. And tomorrow morning, same thing. And just again, a push week's just to push a little harder than you normally would. And that's really the purpose of it, just to help your business launch. So with that, you guys, I appreciate all of you jumping on. Your time is always on Monday night. Thanks again, Becky. Listen, I just love watching your team just every day grow like crazy. You get so many incredible people that are
Yes,
part of your team, and
a lot of
you're
leaders.
just attracting in some incredible leaders, and so
Mhm.
just excited. So, and listen,
Takes
just
a
so you guys
team.
all know, to find someone like a Becky, just go out, and because listen, Becky came through a connector, right? Becky came through someone who came through somebody. So you never know who you people know that could find an incredible leader. So with that, you guys, appreciate all of you. Have a great evening. We'll see you tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Eastern on Team Impact Family. Talk to you guys later. Thanks again, Becky. Bye-bye, everybody.